Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
Our next speaker for today is Daniel HANNEMAN. John HANNEMAN has an extensive background as a professional counselor and certified hypnotherapist with combined business and professional backgrounds in energy scanning, energy clearing, spiritual life, coaching, intuitive business coaching, channeling, metaphysics, religious science, hypnosis, psychology, and motivational techniques, personal business development systems. From a best selling book series, Daniel has co authored the book Wake Up, Live the Life You Love, Live in Abundance, which featured internationally renowned legends including Tony Robbins, Dr. Wayne Dyer, and Dr. Michael Beckwith. Daniel is the creator of your sacred purpose that is unleashing the hidden greatest potential within world changing empaths, healers, and spiritual entrepreneurs by loving. Thank you so much, Dan. Your topic for today is meditate and make money. Over to you, Dan.
Best wishes, Dan HANNEMAN. Welcome. Warm welcome to you. Please unmute.
Thank you. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be here to talk about meditate and make money. So, is it true we can meditate and make money? I really appreciate the speaker before me because this is exactly the sort of thing we're talking about. Listening from that deep, deep space within. Meditation is something that we've heard again and again is good for us, like showering. We should do it, but how many of us are actually doing it consistently and in depth? So what I've found for meditation after meditating for the last 20 years is that it's brought me, first and foundationally for my life, it's brought me to a place of letting go of the mind space that takes over. Not that it doesn't still happen at times, but that it allows me to come to that irreducible space within that is the presence itself. Within that space, it's everything is there. And yet when I was, first started to meditate, it was really hard to try to get myself centered. I would spend just even a minute trying to just stay in that still space. That was my method, was to stay in that still space. And my mind was just spinning every which way, asking myself, when will this be over? And after, practicing meditation each day, a little bit more and a little bit more, starting with even just a minute, eventually I started to expand and meditating 10, 20 minutes, a day. And then I'm finding that I was actually able to experience prolonged periods of stillness. And my mind wasn't necessarily continuing to try to get to work on things, that I was absolutely able to be in that stillness. And this was back when I was doing therapy, psychotherapy with people as part of my background. And it really helped me to be able to, serve my clients because I was more consistently in that stiller foundation of my being. It also happened to be around the time I was able to open myself after having so many issues in my life with relationships, to be able to even have relationships in my life, to having beautiful new loves in my life, including my wife of 17 years now. So I feel all of this happened in a way that allowed me to live my destiny, which I'm going to share a little bit about today as I talk about the ways you can meditate and make money. So when I found the love of my life, I knew I had also found a business partner because I could feel that she would be part of my path. And I knew this, again, from my intuitive connection that comes by cultivating the stillness within. As was stated in the bio, I am a channeler. I'm someone that tunes in. I'm known as somebody with those intuitive and psychic abilities, and yet we all have those. And I have the proof. the proof is that I was able to develop the system and a technique to ground my own energies, to tune into people, and to share this gift with countless people around the world. And yet I struggled in the area of money in part because I wasn't listening closely enough. I kept wanting to give my services away to people because I love them so much, and yet I wasn't really listening to what would serve them best. I was only trying to escape my own sense of anxiety of am I good enough and all those sorts of things. But through the practice of meditation, I got this downloaded method to tune into people, and eventually I trusted myself enough to allow people to invest in my services as a healer and a coach online, and I was able to prosper. I was able to have a lively income after going to absolutely nothing, having a place of bankruptcy basically without declaring it. So I was able to build my business up, and I was able to share this system of helping people of energy scanning with others around the world through a structure that had been called Academy for Invincible Healers. So I had to ask for a way to utilize the gifts that have been given to me. And I only discovered that through meditation. And through that, also the system and the best delivery mechanism to share it with others so they could also do it, to be able to even be able to tune into people's energies and to be able to have the kind of gifts I have to see and know things from people's current life, past lives, and all sorts of things. So being able to transmit this tool to so many people around the world, it's made all the difference. Allowed me to experience a livelihood that allowed me to have plenty of time off and to serve people in a really deep way and multiply the ripple effect in the consciousness by having healers finally be able to step into more of their gifts and their power to do this sort of work and have clients. So my point is that I wanted to duplicate this for other people in the world, other people that are on the move and wanting to help others to have big impact and success in the world, whether they're just, at a place where they're feeling stuck in their business or they're looking to ignite something brand new, whatever it may be the case, but people that are up to big things in the world. So meditate and make money, to give you the bullet points, what I really want to cover today is how can you utilize meditation in a specific sort of a formula, just a way of approaching this that allows you to harness what I've been able to harness, not only with that one big idea, but perpetually within my business. So one of the things is to make sure that the basics, the things that maybe some of us need to keep hearing, you need to parcel out time to meditate. Allow yourself to have at least 10 to 15 to 20 minutes to start with in the day to just be in that connection. You get to choose, how you want to do it. But I use a stillness meditation. I breathe and I just focus on the stillness, allowing the random thoughts that may be happening to be there, but allow myself to be in the stillness. This is one of my primary meditations. There's countless ways to meditate, of course. But this is a primary way because this irreducible state of being is the constant meditation that's available to us throughout the day. So by starting our day in that place allows us to sink into that and throughout the day to keep using the anchor of meditation to continue to deepen that in our presence within. Until maybe for some of us, we feel that we are able to be in that state all the time and it just is, right? So that's true enlightenment. So from that space, what we're able to do is the benefits is just even with that alone is you're able to have 4 things I'm going to share, 4 ways you could meditate and make more money is just able to have more shower moments. When you just all of a sudden you relax and you've been struggling with something and the idea comes to you, you're like, oh my goodness, that's the answer. But it's allowing yourself, as our last speaker was talking about, to stay in that state, stay in the meditative state. Because just because you got a eureka moment doesn't mean that things may not shift. Things may not want to evolve in another way yet, become creative. So we have to stay in that state, allow ourselves to follow the connected thread. So by using this anchor of meditation, we can have more of those shower moments, not only meditation, but throughout the day, because we're more in that state all the time. As I always teach all my students, you continue to let go of everything so that you can allow yourself to receive what's really there that serves the highest. because it'll simply come to you when you're in that connection. The second way you can meditate and make more money is to utilize a practice of inquiry within meditation. Some meditation teachers say that isn't meditation at all. And I would say that you can make that argument. And inquiry is important. So when we're in that meditation state, we can ask the questions that we have around our businesses or our livelihoods, whatever may be the case. But we're here talking about business today. So what are the questions you have? Foundational questions should be is, who am I serving? Who am I serving? I mean, these are some of the foundational questions. How am I meant to serve them? What are the greatest gifts I have to give to them? What it is that wants to be offered next? How does this want to be delivered? How does it want to be marketed? How does it want to be sold? Just getting these some insights, never letting yourself be completely fixed with whatever comes through necessarily, but allowing what's irreducibly there to continue to guide and to lead you forward into the next levels of progression and success that you want to experience. And you can always ask a lot of follow-up questions if you want to. You just want to be a little careful that it isn't your mind just taking control, wanting to try to just keep gaming things up because it's fearful of what's going to, that it doesn't know, that it doesn't have the answer. So you have to just allow yourself to just simply ask the natural questions that you might truly have from a place of this being centered and calm and clear. Really trusting what comes through, knowing no matter how wild the download might be that comes in, to allow yourself to just listen. And from that place, it's like you have that advisory board, right? You can even bring in a team of your ascended masters, your archangels, your guides, and to bring them around a table, as many of you have done probably in a meditation, and talk to them and to get their wisdom. That there's so many things that we can gain, not only in terms of information, but in terms of the frequencies that we can gather in meditation. One of these ways that we can gather more of the frequency of what perhaps is wanting to come through us is if there is something particularly that we just continue to feel is true for us, we can utilize visualization processes within meditation. This would be your third way to meditate, make money, is to visualize it happening. Visualize this ultimate thing that's been downloading into you that just comes to you anyway, but you take time to really be with it and allow it to evolve the way that it wants to within your visualization, rather than trying to make it a forced willpower visualization. You allow it to be creative, more dynamic. Allow yourself to just let it naturally evolve and play with the scene that comes to your mind, having fun, just like you want to do in your life anyways. So being in a space, even if you're not a great visualizer, is even visualize the intents, the desires of what you want, and combine that with this sense of emotion you have, again, that's authentic, that's real to you, not anything you're trying to manufacture, but the state of being that it was wanting to be evoked through focusing on that intention and the manifestation of it. So in this way, things can become rather graceful, great ease, and things can happen with greater speed at times by these methods. But more than anything, it allows your greatest truths to be embodied and lived and served, because we're allowing ourselves to harness that which is most deeply true to us. From the fourth way I wanted to talk about today is you can use meditation for clearing energy. Again, I don't have time today in 15 minutes to share a lot of technique, but I just want to share a point that you can utilize this in meditation to clear your energies. So you can utilize it through utilizing breath work. There's so many different ways of using breath work, or mantras. Mantras are really good. Mantras are an easy one that you can, with little instruction, use. What do you need to affirm that you keep thinking the opposite? So whatever you're thinking the opposite of in your worries, in your worried mind, bring it in meditation, because what the universe really wants is usually exactly the opposite of your worry, right? It's just like affirm just the opposite. So you can affirm just the opposite. When you're more centered, it takes root better, right? So it's just the simple stuff. It's very simple. Allowing that to just drop into your energy. Those affirmations, these mantras, these different things that you can do, clearing your chakras, opening up, just feeling the space within. For those of you familiar with chakras, is just to open up, feeling the space within each chakra, setting your intention of love within each chakra, feeling the gratitude you have for each chakra, feeling the light within each chakra. So many ways going through it. And when you go through each chakra progressively, you'll feel so connected. You'll feel so alive. You'll feel such a connection that you really have that unmovable force that gets established within yourself, from which you are sharper, you're more focused, and able to rock your sacred purpose, as I say. I just want to mention, as I begin to close, that so many people are utilizing this in the world effectively. People like Oprah, Deepak Chopra, Eckhart Tolle, and lots of business leaders, ones that maybe you haven't heard of, but Jeff Weiner, Ray Dalio, Bill Ford, these are just some examples. Then we have Hollywood people, Clint Eastwood, Katy Perry, Richard Gere, Hugh Jackman, Paul McCartney, and the list is really quite extensive. So what we find is that you can be so much more sharp and effective. And again, with so many things shifting right now, the best way to be effective, and maybe the only way to be most effective anymore, is to meditate and make money. If you want to learn more about me, I just say that you can go to yoursacredpurpose.com to grab the information that I spoke about today. By going there, there's a ability to get that and a meditation to meditate and make money. So thank you so much for the opportunity to share today.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Such a simple way to just meditate and make money. Solves so many problems. Thank you for the beautiful insight. So this is a small token of our appreciation. World Parliament on Spirituality 3. The World United proudly presents Dan Hanneman for being an esteemed speaker in the 3rd edition of the World Parliament on Spirituality 2020 North America chapter. Thank you so much for being a part of this beautiful movement.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dan.